Look, Kid Cudi denies starting Kanye West's drug habit. Look, Consequence said he stopped the Ye and the Dre collab album. He started Kanye West on the pills, which subsequently led him to being hospitalized in a psychiatric ward. He was good, apparently, before he met Kid Cudi. Well, look, Kid Cudi denies all the allegations. He say that ain't the way that went down. That is totally some weird shit to even say. He signed a cease and desist, but he's threatening. Look, the lawsuit is pending. Let's just say that, bro. He say he would never even appeal guy. Look, Consequences. If it ain't no truth to it, bro, you can't say it. You can't just say it for views and clicks and to go viral, bro. If that was the case, bro, you should have been got him away from Kid Cudi. But come on, nigga. I don't think Kid Cudi had that much fucking power, bro. You don't put that type of you don't throw that type of salt on nobody, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. I believe Cudi. Look, NBA YoungBoy challenged DJ Akademiks to a face-off. He won the old school duel, a brawl. Yeah, he wanted to fight him, bro. For all that shit that he was talking on the podcast about his music wasn't a selling and all that other fuck shit, bro. When he came to Gravedigger Mountain, Top wanted to put them paws on him. Yeah, wanted to put them dogs on him. He was highly fucking upset. You know what I mean? Well, I'm gonna say it like that. And DJ Akademiks was scared because he said it was way too much anger in that room. Look, one don't know how that fight would have played out. Shout out YB, because I like how people think that YB will whoop anybody. Look, bro, nigga told me YB will whoop my motherfucking ass. Look, man, shout out Kentrill, but a nigga know it ain't going that way. Not with these dogs, you know? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Look, bro, DJ Akademiks, you can't be scared of a fight, because guess what? You don't know the outcome, bro, until you see what your competitor has, bro. You got to square up with him first. Drop it in the comments. Shout out YB, though. Look, they say YNW Melly is facing a death penalty. Drop it in the comments. YNW Bortlen has accepted a 16-year plea deal. Really 10. He gonna do 10 in, 6 out. And he might not even do the whole 10. Bro supposed to get out in 2032. Well, it's 25 right now. Bro doing 7 years with time served. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Now, they just transferred his ass from Broward County. Saved the dreads and everything. But guess what? That's what they do when you about to tell it. You know what I mean? Yeah, he about to tell it, fam. Why, Melly as fuck. Shout out Sack Chaser and Juvie, because these are two lives that were really lost. But one want to know what really happened that faith. Now, and you're going to find it out, too, because part of that plea deal, he's going to fuck what that lawyer talking about, bro. That's what they supposed to say. They're trying to save his life. He's about to be in probably a medium security prison, probably even maximum. Yeah, they're going to get on his ass once they find out he's ratting. If that's the case, drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Look, David facing new allegations. I'm going to just say it. Somebody got to say it. D4VD. He was in a relationship with a 15-year-old girl. Allegedly met her at 12. There's all type of text messages. The mama came out and said she had a boyfriend named David. Look, she was found in little pieces in the back of his motherfucking Tesla that he had just left somewhere. Look, drop it in the comments. It's not looking good for this dude. Now, his little Withers tour, it has been stopped. The police has checked his property. They left that bitch with computers and all type of shit. They got to go check that shit just to make sure something stick. But if you ask me, I can't see why this little nigga ain't already in jail. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's something there. They even had matching tattoos. The SHH on the inside of their fingers, man. And this ain't looking good. Made a whole song about her. Maza, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Drop it in the comments. Who is this guy? I ain't never heard of him until this shit. Just being honest, just being real. I'm just being honest. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Steph Curry throwing shots at Killer Mike. Look, Killer Mike got under the comments saying Steph don't deserve this. She embarrassed him, talking about his wife, bro. Look, man. Steph responded. He said, I expected way more from you, big bro. Not you, too. I wasn't even going to say nothing. I was going to let him have it, but we good over here, nigga. Stay in your lane. You know, that's a G check. For y'all that don't know, that's a G check. Stay in your lane, nigga. Whatever's going on in your household, ain't what's going on in mine. You know what I mean? When it comes down to a husband and wife type of shit, man, leave that alone. Yeah. Run the jewels, a nigga respected way more from you. Why are you even in the comments? Nigga with the Twitter fingers. Real niggas don't comment like that. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. Real niggas ain't comment. Oh, his wife is embarrassing him, bro. Grow the fuck up, nigga. You're damn near 50. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Steph Kirk for actually saying something. You can't let everything slide, nigga. Look, Drake, Anita, Max Win tour gross over $30 million, making it the highest grossing rap tour in Australia's history, fam. They say Drizzy has earned nearly $1 billion just touring his whole lifetime as a musician. I think it was like 779 million to be exact, but look, that's nearly $1 billion, bro. Bruh sold just the Some Sexy Songs For You show, so that tour sold over 200,000 tickets, man. Look, a lot of people say Kendrick Lamar won, you lost. Look, bro, I don't think this is about that. It's so much money being made. You don't understand the magnitude of what's even going on. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Wasn't no losers. You know what I mean? They both made more money. Drop it in the comments, fam. Scars from the playground. Look, Cameron throwing shots at Adrian Broner. Look, you put him off the show. It is what it is. The podcast with Mace and Treasure. You put him off the show. He kept flirting with the guests. You kept telling them to stop. Well, look here, bro. Originally, I thought Cameron did what he was supposed to do, but seeing the end of it, when he came back, he's just a fucking junkie. You know what I mean? Look, bro, saying shit like that, it what gets the shit, the taste slapped out of your motherfucking mouth. Yeah, you say some shit like that, a nigga forget what he gonna tell you and just slap the taste out of your motherfucking mouth. What the fuck you mean a fucking junkie? Why you didn't say that when you was in the presence of that man? You know what I mean? Yeah, you tried to be all polite, bro, because you knew what? Adrian Broner still got them things. Yeah, he got them things for a regular man. Probably ain't shit in the ring, but would have definitely knocked Killer Cam the fuck out. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. Look, Gervonta Davis fighting Jake Paul in Miami, November 14th. It was originally scheduled to go down in Atlanta, but Jake Paul withdrew his request to fight in Georgia. Now they're gonna fight in Miami. Look, Jake Paul is 200 pounds, fam. Gervonta Davis is 135. Bro, this is gonna be a massacre. Yeah, this is gonna be a massacre. Gervonta Davis, I'm gonna tell you before the fight, my nigga, don't grease your hair. Yeah, we don't wanna hear the jail. We don't wanna hear nothing, fam. You going in there to fight Jake Paul, thinking he ain't got it, but one don't believe you actually have it anymore. No mas. You know what I mean? Jake Paul, I'm gonna put money on that. I'm putting money on that, bro. Jake Paul, I ain't gonna say Jake Paul gonna knock him out, but definitely gonna work the shit out of him and ultimately win that fight. Drop it in the comments. I'm just being honest, just being real. Look, Kirk Franklin is being accused of child abuse. Look, I done seen it all. It's 2025. These people are gonna shock you, man. Look, the boy say he was getting beat black and blue for years. Allegedly, the abuse started when he was 1 year old, bro. He showed the scars on his back, man. Kirk Franklin, Mr. Kirk, Mr. Franklin, whatever you like to be called these days, bro. You got to answer to this. No mas. No mas can you say you don't know what happened. We seen them scars. Scars from the playground. Look, scars last forever. You know what I mean? That man was beaten and battered as a child, fam. And I don't know when the abuse stopped, fam. But look, this is crazy. Drop it in the comments, because Kirk Franklin, that's y'all guy, right? Bro, sometimes them church-going people be the worst ones. I'm going to just be honest with you, just be real. Drop it in the comments, Scars from the Playground, man. Like, share, subscribe. Look, Ghostface Killer throwing shots at Drake. Now, I don't know if this man's still salty because Wayne tried to charge him $150,000 for the verse or what. But this man say, hip-hop is for street niggas. You gotta take the L, son. You lost, son. You can't just go sue the company. He turned his nose up at Drake. He said it's something he would have never did. Bro, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Y'all been getting fucked by the majors y'all whole fucking career. How can you say, oh, don't sue the company? It's supposed to be fuck the machine, rage against the machine, bro. What are you talking about? That's some commercial shit to even say, bro. Shout out Ghostface Killer because I like him. I like him, but ever since Action Bronson was able to mimic his tone, it has never been the same, bro. I start to realize Action Bronson is better. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, man. Shout out to the Woo. I loved him, you know what I mean? But loved, past tense, you know what I mean? Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments, fam. Jay-Z retired from hip-hop due to lack of competition. That's why he ain't put out an album in I don't know how many years. Look, he said nobody wasn't fucking with him. He was tired of dominating the game. Look, bro, Jigga, wherever you are, bro, you got to be just full of yourself, because this ain't true. Yeah, this ain't true. That's why you start hopping on our Beyonce shit. Yo, shit wasn't slapping like that. Ain't been slapping like that since Kingdom Come. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I've never even heard 444. Look, the niggas in Paris was straight, but that was cute at best. That wasn't like that old school Jigga shit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He say niggas want that old style. Why? Because that's when you were popular, nigga. He stopped because he was dominating the game. That's Apollo Hard shit. I don't care who agrees, bro. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Real shit. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars on the playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about this.